I know, I'm a few days late on this. So last Wednesday, Pascal Siakam was traded to the Indiana Pacers. Shams dropped some breadcrumbs on Tuesday night. We didn't really hear anything about it until Wednesday when Woj said that the deal was finalized. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I'm going to be doing, my late Indiana Pacer Pascal Siakam rebuild. It was kind of unfortunate timing when Shams dropped those breadcrumbs. I was basically on a train from Philly to New York, and I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning the next day to go fly to Seattle. I ended up going up to Whistler, Canada, which is basically an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Vancouver. Snowboarded for the last couple of days. So yeah, it was just bad timing where I couldn't make this video until today. But now that I'm back, I'm very excited to do this trade. I did drop my reaction on Wednesday over on the Straws channel if you want to get kind of my initial thoughts on that. But obviously this is a great pickup from the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton, Siakam in that two-man game is going to be fantastic once they get their chemistry going. And yes, Pascal Siakam is a free agent at the end of the year, but it is looking like that Kevin Pritchard and the Indiana Pacers front office believes that they are going to get a deal done. So yeah, they gave up multiple 3 first-round picks. None of those really are going to be great. At least like ones where you're like, all right, we shouldn't have given those up. Like, it's their first this year. You hope that's in the 20s. It's a swap horse between 4 different Western Conference teams. That pick's going to be in the 20s. It's like whoever has the best record between the Jazz, the Rockets, the Clippers, and the Thunder. Whatever team has the best record, you get that pick. So yeah, the Thunder are pretty good this year. The Clippers are pretty good this year. That's probably not going to be a great pick. And then it's their first rounder in 26. And who knows what the team could look like then? Who knows what injuries could occur? But honestly, I like to steal a lot for Indiana, and I also like to steal for Toronto. We're going to be doing a 10-year post-Siakam Raptors rebuild, so you can be on the lookout for that. And I'm glad that they got some draft capital. They got Bruce Brown, who they could flip, and I'll probably flip in that video as well going forward. And it is nice for Indiana. They didn't have to trade Buddy Hield. They didn't have to trade Aaron Nesmith. Even they got to keep Obi Toppin, Isaiah Jackson, and Jalen Smith was a big keep, and Andrew Nembhard and Jarris Walker as well. So I'm recording this after they played that Blazers game, but before they play on Sunday night against the Suns. And in that Blazers game, Obi Toppin really only played 11 minutes. He's probably going to get kind of phased out of that rotation, which is kind of sad because Obi was having a good year for the Pacers. So I do wonder if he's going to get traded at the deadline as well. So we may actually look to do something like that. All right, so for now, this is what the rotation is going to look like. I would like to get more minutes to Nembhard and Walker, and even Ben Shepherd, who played a little bit in that Blazers game as well. But we're going to go with Halliburton and Hield both playing a ton. Same with Siakam and Turner in the front court. And then there's Aaron Nesmith getting 28 minutes a night. We'll have Mathurin, Smith, McConnell, and Toppin, and Isaiah Jackson off the bench. Like I said, though, I think we're going to make another move at the deadline. I think I'm going to look to trade Obi Toppin. I don't think I'm going to move Buddy Hield, even though Buddy Hield has kind of wanted to get traded from the Pacers for a little bit now. He's having a fine year. Still playing a ton, shooting 38% from 3. And if we want to do something in the playoffs, I don't think it would be smart to move him since he is, I was going to say, the best three-point shooter on the team, but that's not been the case this year with Aaron Nesmith just being lights out. So I guess Malachi Flynn ended up getting traded to Cleveland. We'll see what that trade involves. But I'm going to try to send Obi Toppin back to Cleveland. I did play at school at Dayton. And I'm going to hopefully get this 2028 swap horse between the Jazz and the Cavs. So yeah, Obi goes to the Cavs, can give them some more firepower offensively off the benches. They're trying to win it all this year for sure. We have to take on, whoa, they didn't want to do that. I thought for sure they would. What about if I throw in like a second rounder? That doesn't get it done. What about this second rounder? Does that get it done? Wow. Okay. I thought they would want to do this deal. What about if I give you James Johnson, who I know they waived, and a second rounder? Would this get it done? Wow, they really don't want to trade me that first round pick. So we're able to get it done with 2 seconds, Johnson and Obi Toppin for Malachi Flynn and that first round pick. Now I believe we should not get this first round pick as well. I'm going to send that to Toronto. Shout out to 2K for really getting this job done with updating the picks. Like, why would they do that? And yeah, I don't get this first round pick as well. So we're going to send that to Toronto. So John Collins was traded for Malcolm Brogdon. It was a Dean Wade for Malachi Flynn swap. Andrew Wiggins was traded from the Warriors to the Thunder. Chris Boucher for Evan Fournier. Now that means that there's no Raptors from the 2019 championship team that are on the team. Chris Boucher is the last guy. All right, so basically with Obi Toppin out of the rotation, we can find some minutes for Jarris Walker going forward. If an injury does occur, we're going to slide in probably Andrew Nembhard, then Ben Shepherd. Ben Shepherd's pretty old, so I don't really think he will benefit that much from being in the G League. He is, 22 years old. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Hopefully this team can kind of do a little bit better as we are, 20-25, but we could separate ourselves maybe from the 5th seed and end up with the 4th seed. We'll see. And yeah, we can't sign Siakam until the offseason. And yeah, I do wonder what this means for Jarris Walker going forward since they just drafted him 8th overall and they just traded a lot for Siakam. 2K is not a fan of this trade though. We're going to end the season under 500. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Shout out to Giannis winning MVP. Wembanyama is your rookie of the year. Russ gets 6th man of the year in LA. Wemby D point is rookie season. Kobe White most improved. Giannis clutch player of the year. And coach of the year is Chris Finch of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So are we going to get Halliburton on first team? No, but we do get him on second team, where he finished the season with 24 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 12 assists. All right, well, I don't really know how far we dropped in the standings. Shout out to Brunson on third team. And then there's Wemby as well. So we ended the season as the 9th seed. So we are still alive to possibly make a playoff push. Siakam ended up with 20.6 rebounds and 5 assists. Obviously a pending free agent. I wonder if this scenario did happen. He would be like, I don't know if I want to be here. And then they ended up trading him for nothing. Or traded all that to not even keep him for half a year. But Benedict Mathurin is a player I thought was going to take somewhat of a step back. I didn't really love the end to his rookie season. Proven me wrong. Definitely could be the number 3 option on this team. And if Halliburton keeps developing, Siakam is a 2. Mathurin is the 3. Turner is the rim protector 5. Like, we may already have this core in place. We just got to figure out maybe that combo, defensive minded, maybe 3-and-D, just overall shooting guard, and we have a perfect championship roster. So yeah, for the playoffs, we're definitely going to trim down this rotation. I don't think Isaiah Jackson's going to... Actually... No, Isaiah Jackson will get minutes. I don't think Jarris Walker's going to get minutes. We're probably going to play TJ McConnell like 8 minutes a night, even though he'll be back next year. We're going to play Halliburton a ton. Jalen Smith, who has definitely turned his career around in Indiana, is going to get, we'll say, 15 minutes. Mathurin, he's playing with a minor injury, but he can play 27. I'm going to lower Hield's minutes to like 30. We're going to do 40 of Halliburton, 38 of Siakam, 36 of Miles Turner. Let's give a little bit more to Aaron Nesmith and Benedict Mathurin, who I think I'm actually going to start over Buddy Hield. So under Rick Carlisle, we are 3.5-star perimeter centric. We're taking on the Brooklyn Nets, a team that isn't very good. I mean, they've been doing a little bit better as of late, but this is a team that we should definitely beat, and we are definitely better on paper. But is 2K going to agree with that? I thought they were. They come back, but no, they're going to agree with that. We are going to end up beating them by 16 points. Siakam with 30, 13, and 9 in the first leg of the play-in. Halliburton with 23 and 15. We stay alive. And now we're taking on the New York Knicks. Damn, the New York Knicks kind of fell off a little bit. And we are fortunately going to be without Buddy Hield in this second leg game, which is kind of brutal. So I think instead of playing Walker, I'm going to play Ben Shepherd just for the shooting ability. I mean, I may just give him like 8 minutes a night, and we may play Andrew Nembhard a little bit as well. So can we beat the New York Knicks, a team that could be better than us on paper? I mean, I'm going to be biased and say the Knicks are better, but hey, the Pacers just got Siakam. Can we beat them on the road in the Garden? It's close here in the third. We pulled away a little bit. I think we're going to pull it off. We're up by 12 with a minute left, and we end up winning by 7. So the Indiana Pacers do make the playoffs as the 8th seed. Damn, that would be a major collapse by the Knicks if they didn't make it. And this would be a round 1 matchup that everybody wants to see. The Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers. These two teams have had their rivalry this year with the whole Giannis sets the franchise team record or scoring record. He wants the ball. Oscar Tshiebwe scores his first career points. The Pacers want the ball, and there was that whole fiasco. And kind of just a misunderstanding as well. So can we beat them? We are going to get Mathurin fully healthy, and we ended up losing game 1 by 3 points. Oh, that is brutal. Siakam at 29. Halliburton had a double-double. All right, can we maybe split the games in Milwaukee? That'd be sweet. Nope, we ended up losing both of them. This time, we lost by 18. Aaron Nesmith had 23 points. Halliburton had 12 assists. He did not shoot the ball all that well. Game number 3, we ended up losing by 15. That's not fun. That is not fun whatsoever. Are we going to get swept as Ben Shepherd breaks his left wrist? And yeah, we ended up getting swept. We lost by 8 here in game number 4. All right, I guess it really wasn't much of a contest. Buddy Hield maybe just packed it in. He did not want to play again. That was probably his last game in the first leg of the playing tournament as a Pacer ever, which is a shame. Probably going to let him walk in free agency, even though it would have been nice to use his contract as like a tradable deal as well. So we could theoretically do a sign and trade. And oh my God, the Bucks went 12-0 in the Eastern Conference. They swept us. They swept Atlanta. Shout out to them making the playoffs. And they swept Boston. That is kind of insane. The Nuggets swept the 1-seeded Clippers as well. So you have Jokic versus Giannis. And oh my goodness. Oh, what? I don't think I've ever seen the CPU do that, let alone a team that 2K does not like in the simulation. And in year 1, the Bucks just went 16-0 in the playoffs. That is insane. All right, so let's see who retires. Robin Lopez goes out with a bang. Russell Westbrook is heading to the Hall of Fame. He retired as well. Draft lottery time. Let's see where the Toronto Raptors are picking here. Do they get to keep their pick? It's looking like they will. So they're going to be selecting at 15, which is our pick, which is kind of nice for them. That other first round pick ended up being 27. And shout out to 2K thinking that Philadelphia owns their first rounder this year. Well, I'll definitely be switching that when I'm controlling the Raptors. I'm not letting that slide. That's so weird too. In Start Today, 2K randomly gave that top 5 protected, even though it's top 6. First round pick from the Spurs via the Raptors to the Sixers. Like, it just didn't make any sense whatsoever. So Miles Turner's in the final year of his deal as well. I'd like to get an extension done. And on draft night, I would like to find that next shooting guard for us. Maybe I'll wait till after the draft, but we should definitely make the trade before we have to re-sign Pascal Siakam. So we had a very late second rounder. So we're going to keep Zach Edey in the state of Indiana, going from Purdue to the Pacers. Alexander Sarwit, number 1 to the Charlotte Hornets. Stephon Castle, 2 to the Wizards. Bruce Wallace, 3 to the Suns. Cody Williams, 4 to the Kings. And Reese Asher, 5 to the Pistons. So yeah, we are going to sign Zach Edey, just some more big man depth. Jalen Smith opts out. I would like to re-sign him. Benedict Mathurin, we are obviously picking up that team option. Paul George, LeBron, and for some reason, 2K makes the Pistons decline the team option on Duran. That just doesn't make any sense. For qualifying offers, I feel like for just meme purposes, we'll bring back Toshibwe. I liked Isaiah Long a lot at Miami. We could also offer him a qualifying offer, and we can always resign it. I mean, Paul George would be pretty cool to sign, but we can't afford him and Siakam. So I wonder if we could pick up DeJounte Murray, who has been in trade rumors as of late. Could he be that missing piece next to Tyrese Halliburton? We'd probably make Mathurin the 3 and have Aaron Nesmith come off the bench, or vice versa and have Nesmith as a 3 and Mathurin play a ton off the bench. I would offer Ben Shepherd and Andrew Nembhard. I would want to do, I don't know, I'm going to have to lowball them, man, because I don't really want to give up anybody else. And if I gave you my 2025 first rounder, we gave you that Jazz we got in the OB Toppin trade, that pick, and I also gave you 2 seconds. Does that even get it done? Probably not. Yeah, it's going to be tough to get DeJounte. So I'm trying to think who's perfect to fit on this team. I mean, Derek White is perfect, but we're not going to be able to trade for him. Mikal Bridges would be sick, but once again, I have to give up to get. So I don't know if I want to trade Mathurin. Do I want to move Nesmith, or do I want to try this core one more year together? And we have the ability to take on somebody right now, so I definitely should do so. Because I think I'd rather keep McConnell as the backup point guard next year. I mean, we could keep Nembhard for sure. You know who'd be the perfect fit? Bruce Brown, but I don't know. I mean, we could try to sign Bruce Brown and Pascal Siakam. That would be funny. All right, so let's first things first, bring back Pascal Siakam. We're going to do a 4-year deal worth $33 million. It's a lot of money, but we are going to give it to him. We're a small market team. We have to bring him back. So we're going to spend all our money. So we are going to re-sign Pascal Siakam 4 years, $147 million. We're going to re-sign Jalen Smith 3 years, $32 million. But we are going to orchestrate a sign and trade with Buddy Hield. We're going to bring him back, but then we're going to trade him right now. All right, we're going to see if the Grizzlies would do this. They're top 10 protected first next year, and Marcus Smart to get off of that contract. We're giving them Buddy Hield, Andrew Nembhard, and Ben Shepherd. They are not interested, but you kind of just offered me that. I kind of just added the protection to make it somewhat more helpful for you. What about if I throw in 2 seconds? Does that get it done? Okay. So we're just going to get their unprotected first then, because I tried adding a protection, but then they don't want to do that. So you know what? I'm going to get your unprotected first. We're going to get Marcus Smart for defensive purposes. Hopefully he can be a consistent 3-point shooter. We're going to turn him back into a shooting guard. And you know what? He's making $20 million next year as well. So that could 100% be a tradable contract. And we could align that with maybe DeJounte Murray when the time comes. Before the season starts, we're going to offer TJ McConnell a 1-year extension worth around $5 million. And we're going to bring back Isaiah Jackson as well, maybe, because I want to play Jarris Walker a ton next year, but we also brought back Jalen Smith, so I don't really know if that'd be wise. I mean, Jalen Smith could get traded if we wanted to make Walker the backup 4 and keep Jackson as the backup 5, so there could definitely be a deal in place. And then I'm also going to sign veteran Alec Burks to a 1-year deal just to be another backup shooting guard. Probably won't play for now. Obi, I would like to bring you back. Hopefully he ends up getting paid, though. I'm not going to bring him back, though. There's just no room for him. So we're going to renounce the rights on Flynn and Edmund Sumner, but I would like to bring back Oscar Tshiebwe just to be one of those last rotational spots. There it is, $1.3 million. Halliburton's up to a 95 overall. Thankfully, we don't see any regression in Pascal Siakam. Miles Turner is a free agent at the end of the year. We also got to work on paying him. Benedict Mathurin progressing. You'll love to see that. So I think Nesmith's going to be the 6th man, and we're going to start Mathurin next year. All right, so this is going to be the rotation. Halliburton, Smart, Mathurin, Siakam, Turner, with Aaron Nesmith, Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Smith, Jarris Walker, and TJ McConnell off the bench. We have a ton of guys there. I think if an injury does occur, I probably won't even insert anybody into the rotation, and then it'll just be guys getting more minutes. So we had to sign Chris Sonnenfeld, one more roster spot. Obviously, we have Alec Burks and Tshiebwe. For now, I'm going to send Zach Edey to the Indiana Mad Ants. So I think anybody that's potentially tradable this year, I mean, maybe Turner if all things go south, and we don't want to do that, but I kind of want to get an extension done. I think Isaiah Jackson's probably the only guy that could get moved, either him or Jalen Smith. Or it could be Marcus Smart, too. You never know. First game of the season's on the road against the Washington Wizards. Can we start off the season with a dub? Yes, we can. We win 112-108. Halliburton's MVP season has started. All right, well, that is just brutal. Isaiah Jackson fractures his right leg. He's going to be out 6 to 8 months, with 2K's recovery timetable system being flawed. He could be back by the deadline, but yeah, I'm not going to get my hopes up. So that could be his last couple games as a Pacer, with him being a pending free agent at the end of the year. So I'm not really going to change any of the rotational players. Like, it's going to be the same. We're just going to give a couple guys more minutes. So like, we'll go 35 to the front court, 30 to Smart, 33 to Mathurin, and I would like to see what maybe Jarris Walker can do with 20 minutes a night. All right, so just a few days before the trade deadline, Isaiah Jackson has come back, so it wasn't 6 to 8 months. Shout out to you, 2K, once again, just killing it in this video. So I think I don't know if I want to trade him, or would I rather trade Jalen Smith? I think I'd rather just trade Isaiah Jackson, or instead he's going to walk for probably nothing at the end of the year. So just kind of looking at contract extensions, Miles Turner wants to test free agency, or he's not eligible one, which is kind of unfortunate. Just taking a look here at the stats though, Halliburton killing it. Mathurin's actually averaging more points per game than Siakam, but Siakam has been good. Would have liked for his 3-point percentage to be a little bit better, but you know what? I'll take high teens in points. We're averaging a double-double with Miles Turner and 2.1 blocks a night. Neesmith killing it from downtown. Marcus Smart sucks. Man, I want Marcus Smart to be good in 2K so badly, but he's just never good. At least Jarris Walker's been good this year. We're going to do this trade with the Milwaukee Bucks, so yeah, an in-division trade, but they're willing to give me their 2029 first. I got to take on Najee Marshall, who's actually not a bad wing, and I'm giving them Isaiah Jackson, who's going to be an upgrade over kind of the veteran Brook Lopez. So yeah, Zach Edey could be that like last guy in the rotation if an injury does happen, but we have multiple backup bigs in Walker and Smith already, who have been just fine for us this year. We're 9 games above 500. We are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Hopefully we do better in the second half this year than we did last year, because we were pretty awful in the second half last season. And Marcus Smart tears his right meniscus. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And Jarris Walker tears his left Achilles. He is out for the season. This has been a brutal injury season. And of course that happens too after I traded away Isaiah Jackson, right? So Jalen Smith, you're going to get like 20 minutes a night. I think we're going to play a little bit to Najee Marshall now. He can get 14 minutes a night, but I may call up Zach Edey from the G League now, because he could be sliding in as a backup big, or if we'd rather play Oscar Tshiebwe. Unfortunately, we are past the trade deadline, so I can't really make any deals. The only guy we can re-sign is Marcus Smart right now, and that's like the last guy I want to re-sign. MVP goes to Luka Doncic. He gets his first of his career. Stephon Castle is a rookie of the year. Matas Buzewa, 6th man as a rookie. Shout out him, probably backing up Kevin Durant in Phoenix. Wemby Depoy, most improved, goes to James Wiseman on the Clippers. What? All right, well, I guess that is an improved season. I can't lie. Anthony Edwards, clutch player of the year. Here's all NBA first team: Luka, Halliburton, Jokic, Giannis, Embiid. Second team, you have Mobley, Garland, Wemby, Edwards, and John Morant. And third team, you have Booker, Curry, Lillard, LeBron, and Trae Young. So no Siakam or Mathurin, but yeah, kind of glossed over, just not even mentioning Halliburton before, who could have been an MVP this year. Actually, how wasn't he the MVP? Those are just insane numbers. We ended the season as the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, and this is pretty cool. We're going up against the Toronto Raptors in round 1. Oh, they signed James Harden. Would you look at that? They also have Bobby Clintman. They moved IQ to the bench, but at least they re-signed him on a great contract for the Raptors. So Mathurin was the number 2 scorer this year, followed by Siakam, Turner, there's Neesmith, there's Marcus Smart, Jarris Walker's done for the year, unfortunately. So we have some pretty cool storylines in the Eastern Conference in round 1. Besides the Cavs and Magic, don't really know a storyline with them, but you have the Knicks and the Hawks. They played each other in the 2021 playoffs. You have the Pascal Siakam trade teams here with the Pacers and the Raptors, and you have the good old Sixers-Celtics rivalry. Kings-Warriors, a rematch from the 2023 playoffs in round 1, and that's all I got. So to construct this rotation for the playoffs, we're probably going to stick it at a 9-man. We're going to probably go McConnell there, Marshall there, Jalen Smith there. Neesmith can get 26 minutes a night. Let's go 33 to Turner, 35 Siakam. Let's go 34 to Mathurin. We'll keep Smart at 20. Honestly, 25. I'd like to play Neesmith a little bit more, and then Halliburton's going to get 40. Citizen proficiency is 4-star perimeter centric. So can we get our first playoff series victory of the video? Game 1, we do lose to the Raptors by 25 points. You hate to see that. Game number 2 goes to the Pacers, though. We get our first playoff victory of this video since we got swept last year. Game number 3 is going to go to the Toronto Raptors. Unfortunately, they ended up winning by 2 points. Halliburton with 36, 7, and 16. Damn, we lost this game. That hurts so much. Don't go down 3-1. Oh, my God. Am I going to fire Rick Carlisle after this series? I feel like I have to, and I don't want to. Miles Turner, what are you doing? This dude is not going out with a bang if this was going to be his last year in Indiana. I mean, I guess he's been somewhat efficient. That was just a bad game for him. Game 5, we actually got gentlemen swept. So, we made the playoffs in both areas of this video, and we are 1-8. That is just brutal. Halliburton with 39, 5, and 10. Oh, man, we lost. But, like, a lot of those games were close. Like, we lost by 4 in Game 5. And then in game 3, we lost by 2. But that's just embarrassing. Steph Curry is your Western Conference Finals MVP. Embiid is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Warriors beat the Nuggets in 7, so they're back in the finals. I mean, shout out to the Warriors, man. You'd think they're done. They're not yet. And they actually did end up losing the finals, though. They ended up losing in 7. Embiid gets his first one, Finals MVP as well. LeBron retires as a Piston. You love to see that, right? Staff retirements. There goes Pablo Prigioni, Knicks legend. LeBron retires as a Piston, but he doesn't get his jersey retired by them, which I think is a shame. I think he definitely should have gotten it retired by them. All right, so draft lottery now. What if that Grizzlies pick is just high up there? I didn't check what their record was. It doesn't look like it is a lottery pick, actually. So shout out to the Grizzlies being good. I didn't want you to be that good, man. They ended up with the 26th pick. Yes, so we picked that 27. I forgot who they played in round 1. I think it was like the Blazers, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, the protection wouldn't have mattered anyway. But that pick had like 3-star value, basically, when I got that deal done. I'm not going to fire Rick Carlisle yet, but I'm not afraid to fire him if like we get off to a rough start. So Cooper Flagg goes number 1 to the OKC Thunder. The rich get richer. Dylan Harper goes 2 to the Rockets. Ace Bailey 3 to the Nets. Ian Jackson 4 to the Jazz. And Carter Bryant 5th to the San Antonio Spurs. We ended up with VJ Miller at 26 and Mystery from Baylor, who I think will be in the 2024 draft. They're at 27. Both those guys, though, could be in a trade. We will see. I'm going to pick up the team option on Zach Edey. Jarris Walker hopefully will be healthy to start off the year. This Marcus Smart experiment, wow, I just almost butchered that completely, is going to be done. We're going to hopefully get an upgrade at the shooting guard position. All right, I'm going to see if this is going to work. Marcus Smart, VJ Miller, Zach Edey, and 2 future first-round picks in exchange for DeJounte Murray. They say no. I'm willing to give up one more first in 2027. Will they do this? They will not. Damn. Mikal Bridges is on an expiring contract. Could we do Marcus Smart, VJ Miller, Zach Edey, and multiple first-round picks? I could give up Mystery as well, who probably has better value than, definitely better value than Zach Edey, but I'd like to keep him. Would they do this? They do not. 3 first-round picks for an expiring. We're going to throw in that Bucks first-rounder that we got in the Isaiah Jackson deal. I think Bridges will be a little bit better of a fit than DeJounte Murray. That's just kind of the moral of the story here, or just kind of, what the Pacers do. We traded for an expiring contract in Pascal Siakam, and we're going to do the same for Mikal Bridges, and they agree to that. So hopefully we have just completed the championship 5 with Halliburton at the 1, Bridges at the 2, Mathurin at the 3, Siakam at the 4, and then hopefully Miles Turner at the 5. Turner does have a unserious offer from the LA Lakers, so we're going to bring him back on a 4-year deal worth $103 million. And boom, we had a decent mid-level exception, and we're going to be giving it to a 32-year-old Malcolm Brogdon, which is going to make TJ McConnell the 3rd-string point guard. We're going to get an upgrade there. Brogdon's going to be that combo guard off the bench for us. That's actually a huge pickup. And then I'm also going to try to sign Sasha Vezenkov and Sam Morril. So we're done with the offseason. Hopefully this team could actually make some noise next year. It's a really good team. Halliburton goes up, Mathurin goes up, Brogdon goes down. That's why he kind of was a little bit cheaper. Walker's fully healthy, which is nice. All right, so this is a good starting 5. Halliburton, Bridges, Mathurin, Siakam, Turner, with a bench of Aaron D. Smith, Jarris Walker, Jalen Smith, Malcolm Brogdon. We have Marshall if an injury happens. We have McConnell if an injury happens. We have Mystery if an injury happens. He's actually going to start off in the G League this season. System proficiency is 4-star perimeter centric. Carl, if we have an abysmal year or a disappointing year, or if a year ends in a non-playoff series victory finish, you are gone. Well, I think the addition of Mikal Bridges has been a success so far. We are 35-8 here at the end of January. I would hope that's the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Yes, we are 4.5 games better than the Cavs. They're having a very good year as well. Over in the Western Conference, the Thunder are 32-10. Our leading scorer has been Tyrese Halliburton. You have Mathurin averaging 18.5 points. Bridges averaging almost 18.5 points on really good efficiency. Siakam has taken a little bit of a step back at 31 years old. I know that contract is large. It will be worth it, though, if we get a championship this season. And boom, there it is. Year 3, our best year yet. Halliburton finally gets MVP. He honestly, I think, had a better year last year. He was more efficient overall from the field, not as much from 3, but from the line. Averaged the same amount of assists, but he's averaging 4 less points this year. So last year, I think, was definitely better, but honestly, I'm glad he just got an MVP, man. 97 overall at the age of 26. He would probably hit a 99 overall very soon. Ace Bailey, Rookie of the Year, averaged 20 points and 9.5 rebounds. Damn. Harden, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby gets Depoy. Keontae George, Most Improved. Steph Curry, Clutch Player of the Year. Coach of the Year goes to Rick Carl. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I could fire fire you now. We'll see, though. If we do get a round 1 exit, you're definitely getting fired. Stephon Castle, All-NBA third team in his second year. Shout out to him. Do we get any Pacers on the all-defensive teams? We do not, but you see Anthony Edwards and Luka Doncic there. And we did end the season as the 1 seed. We're taking on the 8-seeded Magic. You have another Central Division team. There's the 2 seed. The Pistons as another Central Division team are the 4 seed. The numbers are going to be pretty similar to when I last showed you guys with Halliburton being the top guy. Bridges actually surpassed Mathurin at the end of the year. There's Siakam with 15.9 points. Nice to see Neesmith get into that 10-point per game club. We were very healthy with injuries this season, which was nice to see. Everybody had some type of injuries, but they were all playable. Like, you were able to play through them, so I will definitely take that. Watch just everybody get hurt here in the playoffs. All right, can we beat the Orlando Magic, who have Paolo Banchero? They have Jalen Duren. Do they not have Franz Wagner, or was he hurt? Well, they have Kyrie and Cole Anthony in that backcourt. They no longer have Franz Wagner. We end up winning game 1. That's what I'm talking about. We end up winning by 18. Game number 2 is going to go to the Indiana Pacers. All right, I would like a nice sweep here in round 1. That would be just a nice confidence booster. If they end up beating us, which is fine, we end up dropping 135 there. We ended up winning this one by 10. Mathurin with 32. And boom, we sweep the Orlando Magic. Can we pull a Milwaukee Bucks from year number 1 and end up going undefeated in the playoffs? Shout out to Siakam dropping 34 here in game 4. That's great to see. We're taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who have LaMelo and Jalen Green in the backcourt. They have Brandon Miller. They have Alexander Sarr, which means they moved Mark Williams to the bench. They have Jalen Suggs off the bench as well, and Fultz, so 2 former Magic. It's a good team there for sure. They could definitely beat us. We end up winning game 1, though, by 19. Not a lot of defense being played here, but Halliburton had 41 and 13. Game number 2 is going to go to the Indiana Pacers. We end up winning by 17. 65 combined between Halliburton and Bridges. Mathurin and Siakam getting it done as well. That was also a nice game from Jarris Walker. 15 and 10 in 18 minutes. Game number 3 goes to the Hornets. There's our first L of the playoffs. We ended up giving up 149. Yeah, I'm worried about our defense if Miles Turner got hurt, but we end up winning game number 4. Halliburton with 44, 5, and 8. This dude is having an insane playoff run. Don't end up letting that. Don't let them come back, please. All right. We lost by 2, which is fine because we're not going to let them force a game 7, right? Boom. We end up winning in 6. 108, 103. Let's go. And we're taking on the 6-seeded Heat, who beat the Cavs in 7. Oh my God. They have Tatum. Wait, what? How were they able to sign Tatum and have Bam and have Hero and Butler? What the oh my God, this team is insane. And how are they just the 6th seed? All right, well, this could be our season right here. We ended up beating them by 11 in game 1. Halliburton had a 30-point triple-double. How did they pull that off? What is Tatum making per year? $50 million. I'm so confused how they were able to pull this off. All right, well, I guess they were able to fill out some type of cap sheet to get that done. Game number 2, the Heat won this one. Halliburton at 49, 7, and 11, and we lost. Oh, this Heat team is too good. Game number 3 goes to the Heat by 30. No, that team is too good. Don't go down 3-1, please. Oh, my God. I mean, that Heat team is just too good. What can I say? Don't lose game 5, please. All right, we stay alive. We ended up winning 140, 102. Can we please win game 6? I feel like we're going to get blown out on this one. I feel like we're going to get blown out. I don't know why. I have a bad feeling. I hope I'm wrong. It's looking like I'm wrong because we're blowing them out in the 3rd quarter. But then that 4th quarter, what? Oh, don't make me hop in. Don't make me hop in. We're down by 2. Oh my God, we're tied 118 apiece. All right, let's play some good defense. I know in one of my recent rebuilds, I did a really bad job. That's a charge. That's a charge. Let's go. And you guys were calling me trash. Don't worry. I know that. I think it was in the Lakers rebuild, the historic one. But hey, if I was winning every game, that wouldn't be entertaining. At least it's going to be not predictable here. Who is guarding Halliburton? Either way, it doesn't matter. Find that pass right there to Miles Turner. Miles Turner gets that to go. That's assist number 13 for Halliburton. Mikal Bridges has 24 in this game too. He's guarding Tower Hero. Do we have basically every starter out there? We do. Hero, Bridges. No, I'm going to jump. I don't know why I jumped right there. That was so stupid. I don't know why I thought he was going to shoot it. Luckily, though, they are not in the bonus, so they do have Tatum out here. Siakam's going to be guarding him. And they have, like, is that Topic? Who is that point guard? No, that's not Topic. I know that's not Tyus Jones, number 9. So Hero kicks it over to Bam. Miles Turner with the block. Let's go. Oh my God, that is Nikola Topic. How do they have this team? That is insane. All right, play good defense here. Hero was hurt. Bridges is right in front of him. They kick it over to Jaime Jaquez. Benedict Mathurin is right in front of him. This is great defense. Please, no way. He hits that. Let's go. No shot clock cheese there. Oh man, when we have Halliburton, anything can happen. Oh my God, I could have kicked that out to Mathurin, but no, we're going to get that dunk with Siakam. We're up by 4. We get a stop. It could be over. I don't know what happened to Jimmy Butler. Wow, this Heat team is actually insane. How did they pull this off? Oh, no, I don't like this. Oh, Hero for 3. No good. No good. Get it to Halliburton. Yes, yes. Wait, they're not going to foul? Are you serious? Don't know why they didn't do that. Halliburton's going to go to the line, and he could put us up by 6. Let's go. Come on, Halliburton. Don't miss these free throws. First one is good, and he's going to go 2 for 2. That's what I'm talking about. They definitely need a quick 3. I mean, you're down by 6. I mean, you could go for the 2. That just really wouldn't make a lot of sense. Siakam guarding Jason Tatum. Back to Hero. Bridges is guarding him. I mean, Bridges is holding his own right now. Not a good look as Turner just rejects that. Bridges has the ball, and we're going to a game 7. All right, here we go. Game 7 between the Pacers and the Heat. This is like it was in the early 2010s with Paul George going up against LeBron James. Don't get blown out. We're down by 11. All right. Good second quarter, though. We're down by 5. Just end strong. Oh, my God. What are we doing? What are we doing? There we go. Good third quarter. We are up by 10 points in the fourth. Yes, let's go. We are going to come back down 3-1. Oh my God, the Heat choke. The Heat choke. And we're there in the NBA Finals. Halliburton is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Oh my God, we ended up winning by 18. Let's freaking go. Siakam with a triple-double as well. So we're going up against the Thunder, who we know drafted Cooper Flagg. They have a lot of kind of their core. They also drafted Ron Holland, 11th overall back in the 24 draft. They have Terry Rozier off the bench, Bones Highland, Tijon Salon as well, Usman Jang. Game number 1 goes to the Pacers. We ended up winning by 19. Game number 2 goes to the Pacers. We ended up winning by 11. We're 2 games away from winning the finals. Come on, I want to end this video off on a good note. Let's go. We win game 3 by 6 points. Are we going to sweep the Thunder? Yes, we do. We almost... Okay, so this is the weirdest playoff run. We win it all. Halliburton gets a finals MVP. We were down 3 games to 1 to one of the most stacked 6 seeds I have ever seen. Topic, Hero, Jaquez, Tatum. Oh, Jimmy got hurt. That is crazy. So Jimmy got hurt. Wow, he barely played. He did not play game 3 and on. That is wild. That's probably why we won. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like if you did enjoy the Pascal Siakam rebuild. Sorry for this being a little bit late once again. And then hopefully I will have that 10-year Raptors rebuild post Siakam out soon. Subscribe if you're not already. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.